it working? Everything's working, I think. Hey, okay, that's working too. All right, let's see. Social. I actually have one friend who's online right now. Who's online right now? I have no idea who that is. Like, I don't know who that is. That person. I love how, like, this is my friends list. 71 months ago, my partner played for a short time. 84, 4 months ago, 9, 4, 30, 2. Like, almost all of my friends, it's been at least 2 months. And, like, there's one person who's online. That's interesting. It's kind of sad that our partner's not. My partner didn't enjoy this game as much as I do. So, last time I was playing Elite Dangerous, I actually made it back to my home system. I took a little break, ended the stream, like went and got food, and then I came back, and I was like, I just really want to play some more. So I made it back to my home system, and ended up turning in a couple million credits worth of xenobiology. Like, it was a pretty decent amount. It was a pretty decent amount, and I'm sorry. Last week I went to go stream. I said last week before I went to Utah. I remember I streamed on Monday and I was playing Elite and everything, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna stream some more on Tuesday. Let's do it. And then I came home from work Tuesday and I was having a really bad panic attack, and I just was like, I'm just gonna lay on the couch and just relax for a little bit, just kind of to mentally reset. And I think it was good for me. It helped me get through that panic attack, and I felt better afterwards. And I think had I gone and streamed like I had originally said I was going to, it probably would have been a bad time. And today, I'm trying to gather my thoughts here. I streamed like 8 hours yesterday, and I had a good time. I enjoy streaming. I enjoy making content like this. It's fun for me. And but today, like, I was sitting there. I was sitting there today, and I've had a bit of a depressive episode, like pretty bad depressive episode. Like, I could pay 1 million credits and have that ship delivered here, or I could just remote sell it. I don't remember what's on that ship. I think there's actually some pretty good equipment on there, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave that ship there. I had a bit of a depressive episode today, and I'm feeling really down, and I figure the only way I can really get through feeling down today is just if I... And I really sure what to say about that. Yeah, I think the only way I can really get through it is if I just play some video games and maybe stream a little bit and maybe, you know, vent my thoughts. Yeah, and I think Parker too. So you don't even know why I'm depressed. Like, I know what triggered my depressive episode. I know why I'm sad. I feel bad because it's like I've always felt like you can only be sad about something for so long before it's annoying. And I've been sad about something for quite a while. And I'm just going to continue to be miserable about it. But yeah, as I was saying, like I got a fuck ton of money doing that xenobiology, and I talked about it the last time I played Elite here and played it in VR about doing another, about doing like a xenobiology run, and something I thought about doing is refollowing the Distant Worlds 2 expedition and just seeing how much xenobiology I could actually get. But hold on. I have to go visit this system real quick. What was I saying? Oh yeah, refollowing the Distant Worlds 2 expedition, that route, and just seeing how much xenobiology I can collect on my way out to Beagle Point, and just stream the whole thing again.
Ship released. Follow the grains on your way out.
Landing gear retracted.
So I'm going to make a quick pilgrimage to a system called Saber's Rest, and this is completely unrelated to my mood. The person who founded the squadron I'm in, and I believe he's actually the guy who even invited me to this squadron. I played with him a few times. He's a super nice dude. He recently passed away, unfortunately, and Saber's Rest, I guess, is the system that, well, at least the bookmark location's been named after him, so... I feel it is my duty as a member of the Federal Reclamation Co. to go and visit Saber's Rest. Hey, you missed it yesterday, Parker. I played Run 8 for like almost 8 hours yesterday on stream. I was sitting there like yesterday morning and I was like, I could play more Elite Dangerous or I could play some Run 8. And it came down to my neck was still hurting after riding my motorcycle back from Salt Lake City. I'm like, I don't want to wear my VR headset and try and just stream. Or give my like neck one more day of rest. You're watching someone else are working. That's valid.
Fuel scoping complete.
Well, Saber's Rest is a fleet carrier. Okay. Yeah, that must be weird because I posted it in Discord and everything. It's fine. I'm not mad. I'm just like giving you a hard time, just busting your balls. Yeah, so I ended my stream and then made myself dinner and completely forgot to watch the Sin Shop stream last night like I was going to. I was like, I'm going to stay up late. Like, I came home Sunday and I'm like, I'm going to stay up late and play video games. And it was like 8:30 and I'm laying in bed like, whoa, ready to go to sleep. And then I ended up playing Run 8 all day yesterday. Yeah, enjoy your shower, Parker. I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming for. Because like I said, I'm feeling kind of just meh. So I think I might get started on this expedition that I want to do and maybe do a handful of jumps and maybe stream for an hour or two. At least 2 hours. It'll be at least a 2-hour stream.
Welcome, Commander. Please request docking permission before approaching a landing pad. Access granted. Please follow standard docking procedure, Commander.
I have to visit and at least say I docked at this fleet carrier.
Landing gear deployed.
So as I was saying before, I had to take a minute to just catch my thoughts. The person who started the squadron I'm in, and he passed away a couple of months ago. And this bookmark is named Saber's Rest. I'm going to assume, and I could probably look at our Discord and find the information, that this was the system, this is either his fleet carrier, or this was the system he was logged into when he passed away. Stay on target. Stay on target. There we go. We're on target.
Contact confirmed. Hangar crew is ready. Greetings, Commander. We are glad to have you.
Oh, I can actually buy ships here. He's got 4 different ships. Oh, the Viper Mark IV. This was a fun ship to fly when I was first, the Viper Mark IV is a fun ship. The Viper Mark III and the 4 are both fun ships. The Vulture's kind of fun to fly. Alright, I gotta take this off for a second. What I need to do is I need to find. I don't have the first waypoint saved. That's what's killing me. Oh, because Polini is waypoint 1. So we're actually just going to skip and go straight to waypoint 2. Okay. Well, no. Okay, copy this. All right. Oh, that's cool. Actually, I want. Oh, because it's a squadron bookmarks. Okay, so if it's green, it's a squadron bookmark. Yeah, see, Distant Worlds 2. Okay. It took me a while to remember how to play this game. Okay. So I'm just gonna name this Solo Expedition. Friendship Drive Charging. Oh, I just saw that poster. Okay.
Landing plan disengaged. Departure authorized.
So long, Saber. Thank you for creating an interesting community that I barely participate in.
Frameshift drive charging.
Speed restrictions have been lifted. Take care, Commander.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Fuel scoping.
I think I might call this expedition like Distant Worlds
Fuel
2.5.
scoping complete.
Solo.
Frameshift drive charging.
So the original Distant Worlds 2, and I think even Distant Worlds 1, started in this system here, and So I'm retracing those steps. Obviously, I'm not going to go to all the same systems I visited in the past. I'm going to try and hit some of the ones that I bookmarked that were really cool, that I think since the Planet Tech got an overhaul, since Odyssey came out. Because we did this expedition before Odyssey came out, then Odyssey came out and it allowed us different newer planets. I want to say that one of the planets that
Fuel scoping.
one of the systems I visited in planets, I think actually might be really interesting. Let's see. Yeah. Distant World's inaugural jump. And Distant Worlds 2. Oh, someone's got a decommission or a fleet carrier's about to be decommissioned.
Fuel scoping complete.
Whoa, a lot of ships here. Oh, there's two beacons here. Okay. If I scan this, I should be able to get a reading of it. Yep. Distant Worlds 2 was an ambitious 5-month expedition to the far outer rim. It launched from the Pallini system on January 3305 and reached its final destination of Beagle Point in May 3305. The purpose of the expedition was to unravel the mysteries of the galaxy and to construct a starport at Sagittarius A. This beacon marks the point where participating pilots made the first hyperspace jump after leaving Pallini. Let's read the other one. Tour spot. This system is famed for the starting point of the Distant Worlds Expedition 3302. This expedition was a collaborative journey to Beagle Point on the far side of the galaxy. Man, that was such a great time. Like, I miss doing big group expeditions like that. And every so often I look and I see that there are new ones that you can go and sign up for, but I'm just like, yeah, but I don't want to. Like, they're not Distant Worlds, right? They don't have that same, I don't know, clout, that same level to them, I think. Distant Worlds was like, I was going to follow some of the streamers watching it or doing it. And then what? I'm just gonna follow some of the streamers, and then I was looking at my own ship because I was playing at the time quite consistently. What the hell? That's not what I'm clicking. And there we go. Route plotting. Plotting route. Originally, I played this all in like flat screen, and then like the final leg home, I actually did in VR because I didn't have VR at the time. I'm taking in the moment, you know. It's like I'm gonna start this journey and I want to finish it, but I'm worried that if I start it, like something big's gonna happen and I'm gonna need to like race back. Well.
Frameshift drive charging.
Here we go. I was trying to think of something profound to say, and I'm like, here we go. I'm just worried that like I'm gonna get like partway through this, and they're gonna announce Distant Worlds 3. I know that they have announced they're not going to do a Distant Worlds 3 already.
Fuel scoping. System scan complete.
Unidentified signal source. Do I want to like scan it? Nope, not what I want to press.
Frameshift drive charging. 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete.
Lots of degraded emissions. Let's go see what this is. Just out of curiosity, you know. I don't have a cargo hold, but maybe it's some you know, engineering supplies that I could use.
Cargo scoop deployed.
I need to go to my options and change the setting. Hey, Parker's back. Ooh, materials, salvaged alloys. Orange shield emitters? Whoa! That is right there. So these are engineering and like crafting materials that I can use at some point. Nothing that I really need particularly, but like I can always gather this stuff up and, you know, it never hurts to stock up on it. Problem is, this ship, like, it's going into my non-physical inventory. Ooh, chemical storage units. Those I'm low on. It's going into, like, my engineering inventory, which is separate from, like, my cargo supply. This ship doesn't have any cargo hold. So if I find something like, oh, this person was carrying a bunch of, you know, actual, like, supplies, like, oh man, escape pod or anything, like, I wouldn't be able to do anything about it.
Cargo scoop retracted.
So yeah, Parker, I was talking, before you, or after you left, oh, I gotta plug back through this debris cloud. I've decided, I don't know if you caught it at all last year, 2 years ago, whatever, even longer than that, when I did the Distant Worlds 2 expedition.
Frameshift drive.
And I'm retracing my steps, like, not exactly, but I'm going to the same waypoints with my ship, the same ship I took out before. But I'm going to do a xenobiology run, so every 2 or 3 systems, I'm going to find a planet that I can find a planet or two and scan them and see if I can't find any xenobiology that I can collect and go turn in later. And there's a couple systems that I found on the original Distant Worlds expedition that I think since the Odyssey expansion came out, they may have gotten an overhaul, those particular planets. And I'm just curious, like, you know, there's one planet I know that I found that was really cool, and I wonder if it's gotten an update since then, like if the Planet Generation Tech did anything differently to that planet, and I want to visit it. And it's deep into the Distant Worlds expedition. So one of the things I do is once I jump into a system, I go into the system map. Yeah, first footfall. So if it already has first footfall, like, I'm not gonna worry about it. Like, once I get further out, I will start hitting systems that likely have never been explored. What would be funny is if I run into a system that I've discovered first. Which, eventually I will, because I'm going to go to that one system that had a really cool moon. It is like 70. I'm going to Distant Worlds 2 Waypoint 2, and it is like 78 jumps. So we're not going to get to our final destination today. Like, even if I was just jumping and not scanning anything else.
System scan complete.
It would take about
Scoping.
2 hours of jumping to get there.
Fuel scoping complete.
One of the things that this game does is it does model the brightness of a star, and as you get further away from the star you jump to, the interstellar gases and like other stars will start to get brighter. So this cloud of light in front of me isn't just a cloud of gas at the edge of this system. That's the Milky Way galaxy. We're heading towards the center of the Milky Way galaxy. And that large dark spot, I believe, is a nebula that is where our final destination is at.
Frameshift drive charging.
And I think somewhere out here is one of the rare asteroid space stations. Like a space station built into an asteroid. There's only like 12 of them, I think.
3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scoping.
That one looks like it might be promising. I'll scoop some fuel and go check out that planet.
Fuel scoping complete.
Oh, but it's quite a hike away. Oh, it better be worth it. It's 305 light seconds away. That means it takes 305 seconds. 305,000 light seconds away. That means traveling at light speed, it would take you 305,000 seconds to get there. The countdown timer's like, as I'm accelerating, is like 4 hours. I only have an hour and 83 minutes of fuel. I might actually not do this. Believe it or not, I've never been to Hutton Orbital. If you're an Elite Dangerous player, you know what that means. Ugh. So one of the things about my headset, my VR headset, is I have the spacer for eyeglasses on, and then like there's the foam interface that goes around like up here, and I have the silicone cover that goes over it. And the silicone cover is nice because if I sweat, the foam stays dry, and I can wash the silicone cover. Last time I played VR, it didn't clean the like if I don't. What ends up happening if I don't clean the silicone layer every couple of times I use it, it just gets like dirty and itchy. And the last time I played VR, I don't think I cleaned it off. I'm like, oh, my face is getting a little itchy. Let's see, we're at 45 minutes in the stream, 18 minutes out from this destination. I'm gonna be mad if I get to this planet and it has nothing of value on it. It probably doesn't either. But there's a couple other moons around this gas giant that looked promising on the map, so star or system map. So, you know, maybe. Let's see. It's been mapped, so obviously somebody flew out here, mapped it, and then continued on their way, because they probably didn't find anything interesting either. Or maybe they did, and they just didn't bother to collect, like, go down there and land, because they couldn't. Maybe they don't have Odyssey. Can you map planets without having Odyssey? I don't know. Broken Tobin, what this game? This is Elite Dangerous. It's space game. It's space, the game. I'm flying one of my favorite ships in this game called the Diamondback Explorer. Mine specifically is named Ormond Corte. Call sign or registration 5 Papa Alpha -DW. It's a difficult game, okay? It's difficult in a lot of reasons, a lot of ways. It's very grindy. To get this ship, this is like a $30 million ship. Let's see. Yeah, my rebuy is like almost a full million. This is a pretty expensive ship, and then like I have modules on this ship, like upgrading stuff. Like I've engineered my thrusters. I had to put a lot of work to like make this ship be able to jump between star systems much further than the stock ship can do. So it's a lot of grinding to level up everything. I currently am flying in Super Cruise. I jumped to, I don't even know what system this is. System Cole 359 sector XI or EX-I Bravo 11-3 system. So we're just outside the Scorpius Dark region. Oh no, wait, I'm sorry. My destination, which is 69 jumps away, is nice, which is the Scorpius Dark region. Is it? No. I might be reading that wrong. Okay, I'm in the 359 sector. Yeah, I might be reading it wrong. Long story short. Well, it's not a long story short. So this game, right? This is where we're going. This is where my next waypoint is. No, this is where I'm at. I'm here. Every one of these stars is a system that you can visit. All of these like little flags, those are occupied systems of some degree. Some of these are like saved, like all of these are saved waypoints. These are just like key markers. And then if we zoom really far out, like this is the entire Milky Way galaxy. It's No Man's Sky before No Man's Sky, because this actually came out before No Man's Sky. This game actually goes all the way back to the 80s. 80s or 90s? Like, this is an old game series, like franchise. The other thing that makes it difficult is, like, in the last few, like, years, content for this game has kind of been lackluster. Like, the last expansion, Odyssey, people were upset with, and rightfully so. Like, there's some features of Odyssey that I like, and other features I don't like. And so it's fun to play, but it is not without issue. Now, so I have a frame shift drive, which allows me to basically do a hyperspace jump between star systems. But then if I want to fly to a planet in that star system, I have to use Super Cruise, which is what I'm currently doing. And this is the system map, more or less. This is the star that I jumped to. I'm flying to this other... Well, it's not even a moon. It's a planet orbiting this other star in this system. But they're very, very far apart. This is all realistic scale. It is a 1-to-1 scale model of the Milky Way galaxy, and they do use a lot of, when they did the planet, or when they did the initial like generation, like the star generation, they used a lot of NASA data. So there are a lot of stars that are more or less accurately. 1984. So I was right when I said it's a game that goes back to the 80s. Parker was right with that. Parker confirming that I was right. This game can be played on flat screen, but also it can be played in VR. And I do actually have like a joystick and throttle lever and pedals and everything. Like, I got the whole flight sim set up over here. That probably sounded great. Man, I watched the first episode of... Like, I've played a little bit of Fallout 4, and I watched the first episode of the Fallout TV series, and I keep meaning to sit down and watch it again, but then I keep, like, just getting busy with other stuff. Like, yesterday I ended up live streaming for, like, 8 hours yesterday afternoon playing a different game. And then I, like, took a little nap on the couch afterwards and didn't watch anything. I got home like Sunday from Salt Lake City around like 2:30. You know, it was like 3 o'clock. I don't remember. It was like, yeah, it was like 3:30, something like that. And I was just exhausted. And I started to take a nap on the couch, and then someone texted me like, "Hey, the Knights game's about to start." I'm like half awake on the couch, like, "Argh!" You wait for your brother to watch it. One of the perks of living alone is I don't have to wait for anybody. Like, I was gonna wait for my partner. I was like, "Hey, do you want to watch this together?" And they're like, "No, I'm watching it with my other partner." I'm like, "Okay, I'll just watch it by myself then." Man, my ship is hauling ass. I'm doing 375C. I am breaking the laws of physics. Okay, so lucky I do get to. I live home alone, or I live alone, which is nice. I live within like walking distance of my partner's house, so I can just walk over there whenever I want to. And my other partner's like 15 minutes away, so it's like no big deal. What sucks though is I'm 100% responsible for the rent in this place, and it is not cheap. You know what? Here's the thing, Tobin. That's the first time I've gone to Salt Lake City and something bad didn't happen to me. Like, the first time I went there... So the first time I went to Salt Lake City was for a LARP event. And it was my roommate, his wife, and myself. We all piled into my car. And I said, hey, you know... Can you not bring your dog? Can you have your dog stay with somebody else? He's like, yeah, sure. And then like, oh, at the last minute, like we were getting in the car. Oh, so-and-so couldn't bring the dog for us or watch the dog, so the dog has to ride in the car with you. I'm like, okay. I drive like all the way up there. Uneventful drive up. On the drive back, though, I wasn't feeling well because every time I go to LARP events, I end up catching the cold. I end up getting a cold or catching a flu and like being sick like halfway through the like towards the end of the event. Anywho, I'm really exhausted because I didn't sleep that well this weekend. I'm just gonna take a nap in the back of the car and hold the dog. And he's like, okay, that's fine. He wanted to drive anyways. And about 15 minutes into the drive out of Salt Lake City, his dog throws up all over me. Like, and it wasn't even like the dog like turned and went, the dog just like looked at me, opened its mouth, and just vomited all over my lap. So I had to sit like with the con flu, except for it's the LARP flu. I had to sit for like 6 hours in the car with dog vomit all over my lap. I was so mad at him about that. Then the next time I went for the same event, and it absolutely sucked. Like, I spent all this money to go to this event, to do all these things, and then nothing that I paid to do, happened. I ended up sitting around for like 6 hours one day, and then watched people cheat at playing the LARP that we were doing. And when I called them out about it, they're like, no, it's totally within the rules. I'm like, no, you're absolutely 100% cheating right now, but okay. And I got so mad, I left the LARP event. And like, I was just like, I'm going to go explore downtown. I'm going to go explore like some of the museums in Salt Lake City, because I don't want to be at this LARP event anymore. Then the third time I went to Salt Lake City for a LARP event, this was like in January on a Saturday night at like 11:30. Somebody smashed the window on my car, and so we had to like. The next morning, it was like me and two of my friends, who they're both engaged to each other. They and we ended up having to like drive to like a Walmart and get like a poster board and patch up like the passenger side front window with this piece of cardboard. And then I had to drive home, and then like had to spend all this money to get a new windshield. Because like nothing in Salt Lake City was open, so I couldn't on a Sunday, so I couldn't get a new windshield. Like I contacted Safelight, like I did their website, and like the soonest we can get a new windshield to your Airbnb that you're staying at is Monday morning. And I'm like, fuck. And then the next time I went to Salt Lake City was actually for the Utah Fall Brawl. And I'm not saying I caught COVID at the Fall Brawl, but on the drive home, I started to get really, really sick. And when I woke up the next morning, I felt miserable, and I took a COVID test, and sure enough, I had got COVID. So I had picked COVID up like beforehand and just wasn't showing any symptoms until like Sunday night on the drive home. But I'm still mad because I got COVID while in Salt Lake City. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah. This time I rode my motorcycle. So I left Salt Lake City at like 8:30, I think. And like I could see the rain behind me most of the way back, and the only really bad weather I got hit by. Yeah, I don't know who yeah. Yeah, I feel really bad because like I was not showing any symptoms. I didn't feel sick or anything until like 2-8. Like it was. Jeff Price and I had stopped at a gas station to get gas, and that's when I started to feel really sick. Like I had a headache and everything, and at first I thought it was just because I was dehydrated. I hadn't drank enough water, so I went in and bought like a bottle of water and everything. And then I'm like, well, maybe it's because I'm so tired that's why my head hurts and everything. I just need some sleep, so I went home, took a shower. Or like I got home, took a shower, and then the next morning is like I still felt really bad. I'm like, I'm gonna just take a quick COVID test. And the other thing too is like I had like all my vaccinations and everything, and now I'm about to crash into a planet. Okay, let's see, 6 probes. 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, like I had just, I think like 2 months before that, had just gotten like my booster and everything.
Scan complete.
Oh, yep. This planet's kind of a dud. Wait, minor wreckage. I'm not gonna do it. I don't have cargo rack. Go check out this planet. This one's much closer. I would check out that minor wreckage, but I don't have a cargo rack on this, or cargo hold on this ship to bring anything back if I were to find it. So years ago, a couple of years ago, there was a big in-game expedition. This game is massively multiplayer, so there's thousands of other people playing, flying around the star systems right now with me. Years ago, there was an expedition called the Distant Worlds 2 expedition that set off to kind of a little zigzaggy route across the galaxy with the goal of setting up a space station at Sagittarius A, which is the supermassive black hole at the center of the Milky Way galaxy. And I participated in that expedition in this ship. And they are not going to do another Distant Worlds 2, unfortunately. Or Distant Worlds 3, I'm sorry. However, that's a star. I don't want to fucking try and land on that. So, they're not going to do another Distant Worlds 3. So I figured that I'm going to just call this Distant Worlds like 2.5 and just be a solo retracing of the Distant Worlds 2 expedition. Are there? Oh, this is a binary system. There's a moon. It's got a moon. I'm hoping to find. So in this game, there aren't aliens. Well, there are aliens, but there's not like you're not going to run into a bunch of aliens. But you can find biological signs on the surface of planets. And it's just like plants and stuff that you can scan, collect data, and earn money that way. So I'm firing probes right now at the planet to map it.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan complete.
And nothing. You know what? I think the system's dead. Let's make another jump. Okay, Scorpius Dark Region is my next jump target. Okay. So, system is where we're at. Next jump is Scorpius Dark Region. And our destination, the final, after 69 jumps, will be the Omega Sector. There we go. I remembered how to read my map in this game. What was nice about the Distant Worlds 2 is they gave you about 2 weeks, or about a week or so between waypoints. They would give you a waypoint, and you had to hit that waypoint. If you hit the waypoint, you were good. And we hit it on time at least.
System scan complete.
You would basically hit the system, or hit the next, like, you. Yeah, they would do the waypoints every about a week or so, or 2 weeks. I forget how many, but like
Frameshift drive charging.
they were the major waypoints where you was one system you had to get to, and you basically just figure out your own way there. And there was a couple times where it's like, we're gonna stop at this system for like 3 weeks. And so, like, those times, people would, like, spread out and explore around, and they would do mining and stuff and bring resources back. A lot of fun. The thing that sucks, though, is, like, the first day I ran into a lot of other players, like, the first couple of days. But after about the first week,
Fuel scoping.
I almost never ran into another player. I was like, oh, I wonder if this planet you can land on it. Surface pressure is 556.15 atmospheres. I don't think you can land on that planet. He'll be fine.
Scoping complete.
You can actually, so in this game, you can visit the Sol system, which is, you know, where Earth is. But you can't land on any of the planets. And you can't land on the moon. But somebody found a glitch where you can land on the moon. And there's one person who has the award for, like, first walking on the moon in game. Because anything you do in this game, like if you discover a planet and you're the first person to ever scan that planet into your system or into your computer system, if you turn that data in to a space station, you sell it, you earn money. Once you do that, it is permanently locked that you were the first person to find it. So there are planets and stars that I'm the first person to ever scan them.
Fuel scoping.
Like right here, I'll show you what I mean by this. Like, first discovered by this person. First mapped by David Osgood. First footfall by Grunchi. Which means somebody walked on that planet.
Fuel scoping complete.
Let's go to this second one. This one may be promising. Mapped, but not landed on, which probably means there's no organic life forms or anything on it, but I'm gonna do a little planetary exploration. Gravity well. And Loop of Shame. It's going too fast approaching that planet. There it is. I think one of those is in a bad position, but we'll see. All I gotta do is hit 9, or I think it's 80% or 90% scanned, and it'll do the last like 10%.
Surface scan by 50%.
Oh.
Surface scan complete.
This doesn't really have anything on it, but we'll still land on it just to get the first footfall reward. The thing though is too, like, if somebody else has already walked on this planet but they haven't sold that exploration data yet, if I sell it before them, I get the credit for it even if they did it first. But if they sell it before I do, then they get the credit for it. Planet looks like
Orbital
diarrhea.
flight engaged.
Like it's brown and green. Third gravity, okay. This game doesn't have nearly as good as, like, planetary systems as Star Citizen, but it has VR, and it has more than one star system. here's what's immediately standing out is I see something right there. Like some rocks that are very big. Like those are... What is that? Those are just big rocks. It's probably just big rocks. Yeah, they're just big rocks. They just looked weird from up high. Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
Now it's that fun game of the Deep Space Explorers play called Trying to Land Your Fucking Ship. Because, like, you can land pretty much anywhere, but you have to make sure that your ship's aligned with the ground. And if the ground isn't level, like if it's too bumpy or anything, like, the game will be like, nope. Like, you gotta get the alignment good.
No gravity warning.
Stuck into my own ship. Because I landed on the one little bump in the ground like that. Yeah, that's a pretty bright star right there, I'd say.
Drive assist off. Drive assist on.
Alright, so here's what we can do. Oh, I got something on the scanner of interest. So scanner's picking something up. Now, here's what we can do. I can go explore that mountain range over there in the SRV, or I can explore this crater. I don't know which is going to be more fun. I'm willing to take... input from chat. I think, though, I'm going to go explore this thing that the scanner's picking up.
Cargo scope deployed.
Oh, there's two of them. Okay. So you can see that little bar that's going across there. It's looking for things of interest and telling me kind of roughly where they are. And as those lines get closer, the more likely it is I'm going to find something. And there was a resource. I can break it open with my laser. And collect resources. The problem is, some of these resources I have my inventory full of. Like, I have 250 manganese. I don't need any more manganese. It's nothing but manganese. The scanner's picking up something big that way, but that's my ship. But it's also picking something up towards these mountains. Oh, but it was picking up something over here too. Yeah, it's right. No. Ooh, Mercury. It's like, I never thought I'd be excited to randomly find Mercury on the ground. Ooh, nickel. Use that. And these resources are used in, like, crafting different things. Like, if I wanted to refill or repair the SRV, the little dune buggy that I'm driving. That is done with these materials that I can surface mine like that. Elite has all kinds of different gameplay loops that you can participate in, including like mining and space trucking. I prefer like deep space exploration.
Drive assist off. Drive assist on.
There's my ship still. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Yeah, I didn't have enough boost left to try and fly over that rock. It was actually during the Distant Worlds 2 expedition, I believe, that I learned how to use this scanner. Because I remember like trying to gather resources and just not... No, it was before that. It was well before that I learned how to use this scanner. I remember when the first time I drove the SRV, and I saw that and I had no idea what that meant, and I was trying to figure out how to do surface mining, and I couldn't get it. Yeah, the SRV has a jetpack on it, basically. And you can fly the thing. You can jump it. In fact, that's one of those good explorers know how to fly an SRV more than they can drive it. Like, if you go on a low enough gravity planet, you can spend more time flying the SRV than you can spend driving it. Like, there's tricks to bouncing it off of rocks and getting more height, basically just ramping it off of rocks. I'm getting some pings on my scanner in this direction, and I'm just kind of driving in the general direction of said pings. It's mostly just going to be mineral resources. Honestly, I'm not even going to bother. Look at that. Look how far... Like, you see my tire tracks? I drove all the way over here. There's my ship.
Drive assist.
I'm gonna get the
off.
first footfall
Cargo
markers, but
scope retracted.
it's one of the things I hate about playing this game in VR is when you go on foot, you're unsafe temperatures. Oh, and I'm taking physiological damage. Yeah, 873 Kelvin. It's hot on the surface of that planet. But I got the first footfall, so. Drive back to the ship. See, I've lost about 4% health on my SRV, but I can go.
Drive assist off. Drive assist on.
Where is it? Where is it? I'm gonna go here, and then yeah, SRV repair. And I can repair it to full health. But that's really something I'd only do, like, I'd save that until I'm at like 30%, like 50% hull. Like, no, it would be kind of a waste to do it at this level. This little damage that the ship, the vehicle has now. Oh, great.
Ship dismissed.
Okay, bye! I couldn't get into my ship, like it was sitting right on this berm just perfectly, but I couldn't get underneath. So I have to dismiss the ship, so now it's just me and my SRV. And that star. I'm probably getting sunburnt.
Ship recalled.
Here she is, coming back.
Drive assist off. Landing gear retracted.
I can see most of my tire marks. Not all of them, but most of them. We can go back this way a little bit. There they are. I'm like, I know they were somewhere here. Because I flew most of this distance. The tire marks do disappear after a while. Like, you only leave, like, so many feet of them. But, like, you can still see them from up here. And as soon as I leave the area, they will despawn. But it's still kind of neat. The thing about the Diamondback Explorer here, the ship that I'm currently flying, is it is one of the heavier ships in the game. Like, for an exploration ship with its jump range, it is one of the heaviest ones. So to be able to throw it around like that, it's kind of scary. And I have no shields, so if I hit a rock, the ship explodes.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I'm just curious if this other planet that has first footfall, if it has any biological signs on it. If it does, they probably would have been scanned, but you know what? Data's data. And then here's the thing, too. Like, the game does reward that second discovery, right? So, the way it works is when you make a discovery, let's say you find an astronomical anomaly or you find a biological sign on a planet, you get the first discovery bonus. You then get a bonus, plus whoever else does this gets a bonus if they also scan it. So if I find a plant, let's say on this planet here, and I turn it in, the discovery, I get the first discovery bonus. Then if you come behind me and you verify it, you scan it and you turn it in as well, you get the verification bonus. And then if a third person does it, they don't get any. They still get money for it, but they don't get like the first discovered or verified bonuses. They don't get any of that stuff. So even if somebody else did discover biological signs on this planet, there's a possibility that I could get the confirmation bonus. One thing I do wish, this is something that, like, Microsoft Flight Simulator does really well, and I wish Elite Dangerous would implement this, and I really hope that Star Citizen considers implementing this, is be able to toggle between VR modes, like have a hotkey that I can press, it'll disable VR and put me back in flat screen. So during like long, boring flights like this, I could toggle off VR and just take my headset off for a little bit. I know it's probably incredibly difficult to do, but it's like, I'm hopeful that it's something that could be implemented.
Surface scan by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Ah, not even any biological signs. Alright, I guess we jump to the next system. Snake Sector.
Frameshift drive charging. Three, two, one, engage.
Jump, scan, scoop.
Fuel scoop.
So that honky here is the scanner basically scanning and seeing if there are other planets in this system. And then my ship actually has a fuel scoop. I can scoop fuel from the uppermost atmosphere of this star.
Fuel scooping complete.
I spent a lot of time in this system.
Frameshift drive charging. Three, two, one, engage.
What I like to do when I jump into a system is immediately go to the start or the system map. And just kind of see what the discovery status of some places are. I believe we are officially, we are out of, there's an area called the bubble, and it's basically a cloud of all the star systems that are habited in, or have settlements and cities and everything in them. And it doesn't take long to get outside of that bubble. Inhabited, yeah. Words are difficult. I might map that planet right there too.
Surface scan by 50%.
English is hard, yeah. Well, no efficiency bonus for mapping this one, but it's already been mapped, so I wouldn't get too much money for it anyways. It is still a significant amount of money you make doing exploration like this. It's just, making money in this game takes a long time.
Scan complete. Surface scan by 50%.
Oh, come on. 88. You need 90 for it to auto-finish.
Surface scan complete.
Ooh. Oh, only geological. But still, something neat. So all those areas that are glowing blue, those are the areas where there's geological signals. So So geysers or volcanoes or something. We can at least go see if we can't find something.
Orbital flight engaged.
Oh, it's an icy body, so it's going to probably be like a geyser of hot water from the core. 0.15 G. Flying in normal space. I'm just looking for anything that might be noteworthy. This big canyon here. Woo! Got really close there. A little too close to the ground. Damn, that canyon is 2 kilometers, almost 2 kilometers deep. You're coming down.
Landing gear deployed.
I forgot loading the SRV into the hangar repairs it. See, low gravity planets like this. Uh-oh. You can really get some airtime, and then I hit a button and like lost control of the vehicle.
Drive assist off. Drive assist on.
Oh, this is gonna hurt to land this. Oh.
Chassis integrity compromised.
Oh. Oh, the first couple landings I nailed. It was that got sideways landing that I did not nail. Question is, did my ship leave? Let's go back up this hill. That was fun. I just want to jump this thing. That's all I really wanted to do.
Drive assist off. Drive assist on.
This is a fairly sizable crater. Not the biggest I've seen, but pretty damn big. I do have to be careful though because I am on the edge of a cliff as well. Like this, there's a cliff face right there. So, if you land your ship and then get into your SRV and drive away, your ship, it doesn't despawn, but it will fly away. Which basically is despawning. But you can always call it back. Hey, there's my Terratrax when I launched into that canyon, or that crater.
Cargo scoop deployed. Cargo scoop retracted. Ship recalled. Drive assist off. Drive assist on.
Yes, I was just doing donuts. I was doing burnouts and donuts on an alien planet, thousands of light years from my home, or hundreds of light years from my home. Alright, well, you know what? My face is starting to hurt from my VR headset as much as I love playing VR and I can do it for a long, long time.
Drive assist off.
I think I'm going to call this stream here and end. Like I said at the beginning, I'm kind of feeling a little poo brain, a little depresso, and I just want to get a little stream in, just kind of get some, just to play a little bit and have some fun and talk to some people. I think after this I'm going to go finish eating the food. I bought some tacos because it's Taco Tuesday, but I only ate half of them. I'll probably heat up the other half and finish them. But yeah, thanks for guys for being here for a little bit that the stream was going. I'm gonna try and stream again next week. Oh, before I do this though, like I'm in Steam, right? Want to see something cool? All right. Honestly, Tobin, like the feeling is like I hit like a really bad, like depressive spiral this afternoon, and I've just been feeling kind of down in the dumps. But look, you can see where I work, except for this is an old photo, and it's a dirt lot. I've been trying to figure out the exact time this was taken, because over there, that dirt lot is where Allegiant Stadium has been built, but the high roller's up, so it's like it's hard to tell exactly when this was. I could pinpoint it more. Oh, you've been there? Wow. Yeah, I mean, so have I. I kind of work right there. Where's my hand thingy? I work right there. And it still says Bailey's. Yeah, like this is a weird time for this photo. Anywho. Oh. Oh, the spiral, yeah. I think I talked about it in one of my vlogs a couple weeks ago. It's like the same thing that's been kind of depressing for the past couple weeks. Just hit me again. And yeah. I'm gonna just call it a night. I will catch you guys. I'm gonna be gone again this weekend, so I probably won't be streaming anymore this week. Depending on how like not dead I am, Monday might do another stream, and then I will probably do another stream like this playing VR Elite Dangerous on Tuesdays. I appreciate it. I was gonna like do the venting on stream, and then the stream was good enough that it distracted. Like playing Elite was distracting enough that I didn't have to vent. So, Probably going to take a shower and watch an episode of Fallout. Thanks for being here, guys. I'll catch you later.